Hi friends, did you ever see a wonder bird? Let me tell you a story, the wonder bird that got away. Once upon a time there lived an orphan called Yusuf. The boy worked for a rich landlord. He was clever and efficient, and his master made him do all sorts of chores from morning till nightfall, which the poor lad carried out without a murmur of complaint. Alas, all that he received in return from the miserly landlord was only one lean meal a day and lots of ill treatment and bullying. It was not surprising that poor Yusuf often went to bed with hunger. It so happened that once, while the landlord was inspecting his large estate, one of his farmers came to him with a basket on his head and a smile on his face. My lord, said the man, lowering his burden, please accept this present from your humble servant and bless him with happiness and good fortune. What is in it? Asked the master, curiously eyeing the covered container. Roasted chicken, sir, your favorite dish, and most deliciously prepared by my wife. There is also a jug full of juice of the sweetest grapes, replied the poor man with great happiness. Now the gluttonous landlord, with his mouth already watering, beckoned his servant boy and sternly told him, look here, Yusuf, go and safely deliver this to my wife. Am I clear? Yes, master, your orders will be carried out in a trice, replied the boy obediently. Suddenly remembering how curious Yusuf often was, who might resort to some naughty mischief on the way, the landlord cautioned him, mind you, on no account should you uncover the basket, for under the cloth sits one of the wonder birds of the world. I don't want to lose it. Besides, there is a jug full of poison for pests. Beware, the mere smell of it might have harmful effects on you too. So Yusuf set off with the basket on his head, whistling all the way. He hadn't gone very far when he thought, why not take just a look at this wonder bird? I shall do so with my nose closed and mouth shut for a moment, so that there will be no risk of that poisonous smell getting into me. So, under a large banyan tree, he put the basket down, slowly uncovered it, and looked at its content, carefully sealing his nose and mouth with a handkerchief. He then exclaimed with a chuckle, my master thinks himself to be clever indeed. It wasn't before long that a famished Yusuf was relishing the roasted chicken to its last morsel and the grape juice to its very last drop. The landlord returned home for lunch after making a tiresome survey of his property. Wife, please bring me food. I am not only weary but hungry too, he said, almost collapsing into a chair. You have to wait for some more time, as the meal is not yet ready, she replied. Then hurry and bring me the roasted chicken and the jug full of fruit juice. That will do for the moment, demanded the other. What chicken? Where from will a jug full of juice appear suddenly? Are you dreaming? Asked the bewildered wife. Why didn't Yusuf bring them to you in a basket this morning? Tersely questioned the landlord. But I haven't even seen the face of the boy since sunrise, declared his wife. Surprised and angry, the landowner marched off in search of his wretched servant. He was in fact very tired then, but his anger seemed to supply him with some hidden energy. He looked for some time and at last reached the banyan tree. Under its cool shade lay Yusuf, snoring blissfully. He shouted up the boy from his slumber, shaking his fist. Tell me, you naughty boy, what happened to the farmer's gift, the basket of goods? Did you safely deliver it in my house? He inquired, twisting the boy's ears. Oh, kind master, I had in fact almost reached your house with the basket safely resting on my head. But alas, suddenly a blast of wind blew off the linen that covered it, and the wonder bird flew away before I could catch it, answered Yusuf, trying to shed a drop of tear. Oh, even after that, you had the cheek to fall asleep here and snore blissfully, you wretch, thundered the landlord. Not blissfully, O Lord, not at all, explained the boy in a choked tone. After the bird flew to its freedom, I was afraid you could punish me, which could be worse than dying. So I drank the jugful of poison. Now, here, under the cool shade of the tree, my good master, I was only lying down, patiently waiting for death to come to me. The proud landlord was too dumbfounded to say anything. From that instant, his attitude towards the boy changed positively. He treated the boy with due respect and even paid his wages that he truly deserved for his hard work. That's the end of the story. Thank you for listening.